Warped Tour, Mats. We are looking forward to bands that play at Warped Tour. If you're not familiar with Warped Tour, it is a shoe that company.
Vans.
Vans Warped Tour. They put on basically a concert, and they have 7 or 8 stages where they have bands playing all day long, essentially. And the bands do slightly vary depending on the dates, but they play for about 2 months every other day or so, different cities. The closest one to us is in Cincinnati, Ohio on July 21st or something like that. And so we're just going to talk about the bands we're looking forward to see. I kind of put mine on a list, but it's not really in any kind of order.
Right.
Talk about, you want to go first?
Sure.
What do you want to say? How many did you write down? This is your first Vans or Warped Tour.
No.
Have you been? Oh, you've been to a lot back in the day, though.
This will be my third, I think.
Third?
I think I went once a long time ago with a girl I was dating at the time, and I went another time with my cousin and his wife. Started
early 2000s, or it's been going on for a while.
Man, I think it was going on when I was in high school.
Really?
97.
That's true. It's been going on for a long time.
Now, it might have just started around then, but I remember people going to it when I was in high school, or right out of high school, maybe, so 97, 98, 99, somewhere in there.
That's cool. This will be my third, I think this will be my fourth, but I've only went the last 3 years.
Yeah.
2013. So 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, this will be my fourth.
Okay.
Yeah. So go ahead. Talk about some bands, Matt.
The band, I said the games.
Too much game talk.
Yeah, the bands that caught my eye, Atreyu, Chunk, No Captain Chunk, Falling in Reverse, 4 Years Strong, I See Stars, Less Than Jake, Newfound Glory, and The Word Alive. Some honorable mentions, people that...
I know where you're going to go with this.
Yes.
Go ahead and do it.
So the people that and actually now that I look at the dates, some of them are not playing when we're going to be there. But every time I die, I've always kind of liked that band, but
they're not going to be there?
Not them.
Okay.
The second band I'm about to say, Sum 41. I've never seen them live. I used to jam their CD back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
But they're not playing the date. I think we're going to be there. And Walk a Flock of Flame.
That's right. You're going to go Walk a Flock of.
Yeah. I want to hear that hard in the paint. So,
yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing The Word Alive. I've seen them multiple times. I See Stars is really good. Now, all these bands that we're talking about, or at least the ones I'm mentioning, are really heavy. Mm-hmm. Of course. I mean, some of them are lighter than others, but they are heavier music. They're metal.
Right.
But, man, The Word Alive is so good live. Mm-hmm. So good. I See Stars is really good live. Some of their songs are really repetitive as far as the lyrics go, but, man, they're really good live. Atreyu is going to be either disastrous or they're going to be phenomenal.
Yeah, unfortunately with them, they'll never live up to when I went and seen them at Headliners. And that was on the Curse Tour, I think. And
oh, yeah.
I don't think they're...
Well, I mean, they're more like the 30s age now. So, I mean, you got to... Some of these bands are straight out of high school, or they're the early 20s and they're at the prime of their...
And sometimes the problem you have with bands that have been around for such a long time is their song selection of what you probably want to hear gets watered down really hard. And they're promoting new CDs and stuff like that. So it's kind of like, do I want to go stand for a 30, 40-minute set to hear 2 songs that I really care about?
How did you feel about Atreyu's newest CD?
I have not heard it.
I like it. The production value is a little bit wonky. I feel like they recorded a few songs here and there and then put them all together on a CD. And so, if you really can't tell the difference, that's fine. But for me, I can kind of tell the difference between each song on the CD and be like, well, that one's not as greatly produced as this one and things like that.
Okay.
Really odd. But either way, I'm looking forward to it. I don't feel like they're going to play tons of new stuff. I feel like they're going to be fan service all over the place.
Really?
I really think they will. I'm also looking forward to seeing Veil of Maya, which is really crazy. They're super technical. But they have a new singer, and he does a little bit of singing on the CDs as well, on the newest CD. So I'm looking forward to that. Chelsea Grin, I really don't like their lyrics at all, but they're really heavy and really fun to watch. And Crown the Empire is one of my bands that I wish would get a little bigger. I feel like when they played last year, they were on this small little Ernie Ball stage, kind of on this little trailer pulled out in the middle of the... People are just walking around it. There's maybe enough room for 40 people in front of it. Yeah, I feel like they could. I don't know. I thought they were bigger than what they are. Maybe they deserve to play on a bigger stage. I don't know which stage they're going to be on, but I feel like...
I was going to say, have you seen the stage setup?
No. I mean, it's always the same. Last year was a little different because the amphitheater flooded, but that was actually for
I'm talking about the bands on the stages.
No, the thing about Warped Tour, or at least like recently, you don't know what time or what stage they're playing on, or maybe you know what stage they're playing on, but you don't know what time they're playing on.
I know what stage they're playing on.
What are they playing on?
Well, like Crown the Empire is playing on the stage with Atreyu.
Is it Monster?
Monster.
Oh, that's pretty big then. Yeah, see, that's better.
They got them listed third. They got Atreyu, Bullet for My Valentine, and then Crown
well,
the Empire.
But the
I don't
order,
know if that'll change or not, but
the order changes the day of, and they post on this big inflatable thing in the front, and you basically take a picture of that.
And I was going to say that's the only thing I do remember kind of being aggravated with the last time I went was you're going to overlap bands. You're going to have to decide, okay, which one do I really want to see, because they're playing at the same time. I got to pick.
Right, and the thing with that is too, they don't tell you what time it is, so you're kind of like you just show up for the whole day. Now, or at least at the beginning. It's brilliant marketing.
The thing that I got lucky with though was about half the bands I listed, they're on the same stage.
Oh, that's pretty cool. You almost don't even need to move.
Yeah, I might be able to kind of stay in one spot and just dart off here and there.
Yeah,
but for the most part, I think like, yeah, Falling in Reverse, 4 Years Strong, Less Than Jake, Newfound Glory, Sum 41 if they were playing, and Waka Flocka Flame are all on the same stage.
I bet Waka Flocka is way later in the day though.
Yeah, so
I feel like they put all the really big bands between like really early, like up until noon.
Right.
And then past that, you might have a few like in the 3 to 5 range, but man, like all the good bands play early.
Yeah.
I don't know why. That's really odd, but Falling in Reverse is obviously my favorite band, so that's the one thing I'm looking forward to the most. But I've already seen them 7 times or so it's kind of like, actually, no, I want to see them.
Yeah, well,
I don't want to miss them, man.
Like I've never seen them, but the only problem I've got is I really want to see Chunk No Captain Chunk and I See Stars. Those are the two that are on like
different stages.
They are on different stages from the main stage I mentioned. So I might have a little, conundrum on that, but
no, that's cool. And the day of is pretty much the only time you'll get to make this decision. So.
Right.
And the last band I want to see that I don't have to, but it would be kind of cool, but Bullet for My Valentine.
I have never cared for that band.
Even their old stuff?
No, actually, that's what makes me not like them. They might have got better, but their old stuff is why I didn't like them.
Fair enough. I don't remember what CD it was, but one of the first CDs was really, really good to me. But then they got really Metallica sound, and I was just kind of like, eh.
Yeah, that's what I didn't like. Didn't sound like Metallica, so I'm pretty sure it was like their early stuff when they came out. It was. I'm pretty sure if I remember right, some of it was like on Madden games.
Oh, really?
So,
well, we'll talk more about Warped Tour 2016 after we go. Mm-hmm. So probably later July, probably more like early August. You'll hear us talk about that after we've attended it, but. And then we'll talk about the differences. Maybe if you remember Warped Tour back in the day. Did you see it at Cincinnati back in the day?
I think we went to Noblesville, Indiana.
Okay, so maybe it'll be.
I think the other 2 times that's where I went both times.
Maybe you can compare and contrast on how it was back in the day compared to now.
No, one of the times was Cincinnati. Yeah.
Riverbend.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll compare and contrast. It'll be interesting to see a veteran of the Warped Tour experience.
Which is funny because half the bands I want to see now were on it. Then all these old bands are coming back around for me.
Where's the veil?
Well, yeah, which is funny because it kind of makes me wonder if
man, they've been playing on Warped Tour that many years.
Well, I don't think they've played on them that many years, but I'm kind of wondering if they bring some of these old bands to get people like me and you to come watch them, because I don't know if younger people really are into the whole like going and standing in 95-degree weather while sun's beating down on you.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know how enthusiastic the younger crowds are about that these days. I know back in the day that's we didn't have nearly amount of stuff to kind of occupy you now, but so be interesting.
Yeah, it'd be neat. I'm looking forward to that. I really like Warped Tour.
Yeah.
So.